Hello and welcome to the first CJ sponsored Golden Bell Challenge. Today we are here at Heiwa with SKKU Global Business students to test just how knowledgeable they are with their business concepts and whether or not they can incorporate them into CJ's business practices. First question, what are the benefits and potential risks of CJ's production systems, and how can CJ prevent potential issues in its production systems? Show your answer.
CJJJ당 business can be divided into three main categories: food, bio, and logistics. Among them, if the food and bio businesses are subdivided again, CJ's food business can be largely divided into processed food and food ingredients, and the bio business can be divided into red, green, and white bio businesses. CJ mainly deals with the food and green bio industries, and the characteristics of these products are that each product is uniform and has to be mass produced. Therefore, CJ's factory uses assembly line among continuous process, which is suitable for mass production of small customizable variety. Assembly line refers to the way in which low-skilled workers and professional equipment are repeated while moving along the line, unlike project layout or job shop where experts work while the product is fixed. This method not only helps reduce the total cost by enabling economies of scale, but also uses automated, specialized facilities so workers are not required to have expertise or skills. However, there are also disadvantages of being vulnerable to workers' absence from work or equipment failures and not being able to respond flexibly to changes in the external environment. CJ's SCM introduction and quality control programs can compensate for these shortcomings to some extent. First, the introduction of SCM enables the interaction of related departments by reducing the cycle of monthly production and sales plans to weekly plans and enables more accurate production demand forecasting through automatic recognition, smart tracking, and collaboration with other companies. CJ's two programs for quality control are also very helpful. In the case of the smart factory built in Jincheon, various workshops, introduction of participation programs, and R&D related projects helped improve the efficiency of professional facilities and prevent the low productivity of low-skilled workers. In the case of CJ's integrated communication platform Mplace, it is not only possible to predict the diverse needs of customers, but also to share external market conditions, helping to establish a flexible plan.
Congratulations, contestant 99. You got the right answer. Moving on to question number 2.
Using what you've learned in intermediate corporate finance class, evaluate whether CJ should use more or less debt to finance new projects. What is the optimal capital structure and minimum weighted average cost of capital for CJ?
And the answer is...
We want to recommend CJ 제일제당 to use more debt. The results of analyzing CJ's current capital structure are as follows. Currently, CJ's debt to capital ratio is 62.63% and WACC is 4.336%. To figure out the optimal capital structure for CJ, we analyzed the relation between debt to capital and credit ratings from different companies. Then it was confirmed that the higher the debt ratio, the lower the credit rating. As a result of calculating and comparing WACC under each capital structure, WACC is minimized when debt to capital ratio is 71.72%. Thus, the optimal level of debt to capital ratio is 71.72% and WACC under this case is 4.268%. If CJ increases the debt to capital from 62.63% to 71.72%, WACC can decrease from 4.336% to 4.268%, maximizing the value of CJ. So what we would like to suggest to CJ's CFO is to use more debt to finance the 1,000 billion won investment. Furthermore, even after using debt to entirely finance future projects, we recommend CJ to achieve the optimal capital structure by reducing equity capital or issuing more bond.
Now it's time to focus on a different department. Let's change our focus to strategic management. SKKU students, for the third question, it's time to evaluate the impact of inflation gives us. How do you think CJ can gain and sustain a competitive advantage in such a turbulent market environment? It seems like this question is leaving a lot of you puzzled. Let's go over here and ask a contestant how he is feeling. Contestant number 99, how are you feeling right now?
The problem is so problem. Can I have a chance tap?
Okay, then friends of contestant 99, please throw him your answers.
Before we check about the inflation situation, I'm going to briefly discuss about food industry's 5 forces. Based on the food industry, it has low threat of new entrants, low bargaining power of suppliers, moderate to high bargaining power of buyers, high threat of substitutes, and high rivalry among existing competitors. Thus, this industry's profit potential can be analyzed to be low. Then, let's see about the inflation. We assumed that all variables except inflation are the same without taking any action. Perceived value will remain the same unless there is some changes in product. As the raw material cost increases, value creation will naturally decrease. If this situation continues, the price level will definitely go up because there will be no margin if the firm does not increase the price level. Then the market share will decrease and eventually bad performance will continue. Most other competitors in this industry as well as CJ will face the same problems. In this problem, our team decided to focus on bibigo dumplings. CJ's bibigo dumpling managed to become market leader through the means of product differentiation. CJ introduced bibigo wangyoja in 2013 for the first time. The main ingredient of this dumpling included sliced pork and managed to become a bestseller a year after each release, as other pork dumplings in the market created them with grinded meat. Based on bibigo's past decisions, it is likely to take a differentiation strategy. Additionally, the reason why we did not choose the cost reduction strategy is that the bibigo line is already positioned in the market as a premium, and the image of the bibigo brand seen by the MZ generation may change into a cheap brand. Next, go to the point how the firm can gain a sustainable competitive advantage. And now we will analyze it in VRIO analysis. First is taking a value. Currently, it produces dumplings with the best taste and quality, and at the same time it uses a localization strategy to increase its value. Additional differentiation such as new premium product line extension or environmentally friendly packaging methods and using materials that are harmless to the human body will further increase the perceived value. Second is rare. The big difference is that other competitors have not implemented localization in European and US markets. For example, in US market, bibigo chicken and coriander mini dumplings are developed that suit Americans' taste. They also have the Blossom Park that combines food and bio institutions. Third is hard to imitate. The firm's core ideas can be protected by intellectual property laws. Also, with past dependency, the knowledge and skills that have been accumulated so far and brand reputation from those things will be difficult to imitate at once from other companies. Last is capturing value. Human resources protection of know-how and technology are specified in the contract. In addition, when you do R&D, you can record all the small ideas and use them for shared know-how and technology products.
Moving on to the last question. It's time to put your creative hats on for this one. We know that you guys have thoroughly analyzed CJ's marketing tactics. Using what you know, what do you think would be the optimal product line strategy for Bibigo Mandu line? Consider both within and across product line decisions. It looks like contestant number 21 is confident of her answer. Should we go take a look at her answer and see if it's correct?
An optimal product line strategy would be one that helps grow Bibigo's total revenue and profits without overlapping and trading off the success of already existing products. Using this standard, 3 types of product line strategies were developed within and across the Mandu line. Our first recommendation is to introduce dessert dumplings. Creating new recipes that differ from the traditional taste is not a new concept. We see foods like Nutella pizzas and ice cream sandwiches, which are sweet but are different compared to the original savory versions. Exploring dumplings filled with chocolate or ice cream and transforming them into a dessert is a new and foreign concept that has not yet been commercialized. Undertaking this path would not only allow Bibigo access to the $106 billion frozen dessert industry, but also give them the opportunity to increase the brand's value through co-branding with already established chocolate companies like Hershey's or Oreo. Additionally, Bibigo's target consumers, MCs, are segments that are open to experimentation. A survey has shown that 4 out of 5 millennials are open to try out unusual products that pique their curiosity, thus suggesting that Bibigo should embrace this idea of an innovative product as it has the potential to succeed in the frozen dessert industry. Our second recommendation is for Bibigo to collaborate with famous Korean celebrities. With international corporations like McDonald's collaborating with artists like BTS, it is no secret that Hallyu is evidently still in its prime. McDonald's BTS meal, a limited edition food set designed accordingly to the members' preferences, managed to boost the company's second quarter international sales by 41%. More specifically, compared to the previous 4 years before the launch of the collaboration, McNuggets, which were the main item of the meal, jumped in sales to about 250%. This shows that the combination of a dedicated fan base and a global company that could provide fans with their idols' favorite products is a formula for an enormous increase in sales. Not only does collaborating with successful Korean artists to create their preferred mandu flavors guarantee a positive outcome, but it also goes hand in hand with Bibigo's brand purpose of sharing Korean culture through its food. Lastly, according to Bibigo's website, they currently produce sauces such as paste and barbecue. Although these products go well with the brand's philosophy of sharing Korean flavor, they fail to complement the mandu product line. As of 2022, Bibigo does not sell dumpling sauces separately. A few of their products, such as the soup dumplings, do come with the sauce included. However, their best-selling mandus line does not. In order to optimize Bibigo's product line strategy across their categories, a product that could complement dumplings, such as dipping sauces, needs to be created. Bibigo can also utilize its localization strategy for these sauces, as they can be catered to specific geographical locations. For instance, in the Chinese market, Bibigo can develop a Sichuan sauce that consumers can pair together with Bibigo's wontons. Additionally, a wide variety of sauces give consumers the option to purchase items according to their preferences. This is something that the MZ segment highly values and thus can result in increasing Bibigo's value proposition to these specific customers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I as a host am speechless. It seems like today we have made history in this special sponsored Golden Bell Challenge. All 4 contestants have miraculously won, meaning that all 4 of them will be receiving an A+ for their I-Core project. That is all for today's episode. Thank you and see you again.